Picture this: Paul O'Connell, the indomitable Irish rugby legend who once roared like a lion on the field, now whispers from the shadows, grinning ear to ear while saying, "I'm very happy in the trenches." What twisted summer promotion stripped him of the spotlight and shoved him into the mud where he claims paradise lies? Hold that thought, because the real shock drops in 10 seconds flat. Smash that like button, subscribe to Aussie NRL updates and turn on notifications, or you'll miss the bombshell that flips every leadership myth upside down. Paul O'Connell stood atop the rugby world, a second-row colossus with a stare that melted opponents and a voice that rallied nations. Yet this summer a quiet coup unfolded behind closed doors at Munster Rugby. The board whispered promotions to younger coaches, flashy strategists with clipboards and analytics dashboards. O'Connell, the man who captained the British and Irish Lions, didn't fight. He smiled, stepped aside and vanished into the forwards pack, coaching the grunt work, the rucks, the mauls, the invisible wars that win matches but lose headlines. Teammates blinked in disbelief. How could the king settle for the dirt? Yet O'Connell leaned into the chaos, loving every bruise, every collapsed scrum, because out there in the trenches he rediscovered the raw pulse of rugby, stripped of press conferences and podiums, just pure unfiltered battle. His eyes sparkled, recounting anonymous sessions where props twice his size begged for mercy under his tutelage. But wait, hey, raced the curveball that no one saw coming. During a routine training drill, O'Connell vanished mid-tackle, leaving the squad stunned and the rumor mill exploding. Was this his exit or the setup for something monstrously clever? The answer lurks just ahead. Aussie NRL updates. The session resumed without him, players shrugging it off as another O'Connell mind game until dusk fell and the floodlights hummed. Then from the far corner of the pitch emerged a silhouette dragging a sled loaded with tires, not the sleek carbon fiber kind but battered relics from a forgotten era. O'Connell had spent the afternoon scavenging the club's junkyard, building a torture device that forced forwards to push until lungs screamed. He barked, "No fame, no cameras, just results," and overnight the pack transformed into a wrecking crew, mauling opponents with a ferocity that echoed O'Connell's playing days. Pundits scratched heads, wondering why a legend embraced obscurity. The truth spilled in a leaked voice note he sent to a mate. Promotion sounded like a desk job, chains and meetings. "I prefer the trench where the game lives and dies in the sweat of forgotten warriors." But hey, race the jolt that stops hearts midbeat during the next match as Munster trailed by 10 with minutes ticking. O'Connell sprinted from the sidelines, not to coach but to suit up. Jersey number 23 thrown on in haste. The crowd erupted in disbelief and the comeback began. But does he stay on the field or vanish again? The cliff teeters. Aussie NRL updates. Weeks later, O'Connell still haunts the trenches, a ghost in the machine, mentoring from the mud while the promoted hotshots handle the glamour. His pack now dominates lineout, steals scrums and crushes dreams, all because he rejected the throne for the battlefield. Insiders whisper that his backseat bliss sparked a cultural earthquake at Munster. Young guns chase grit over glory and the win column swells, yet the ultimate surprise looms in the playoffs when injury strikes the star second row. O'Connell laces up once more, not as savior but as decoy, drawing defenders like moths to flame, freeing space for the kids he forged in fire. The final whistle blows, victory sealed, and O'Connell slips away before interviews, trench coat metaphorically flapping. No quotes, no glory, just that sly grin. "I'm very happy in the trenches," he mutters to the night, proving legends don't need lights, they ignite them from the dark. But hey, race the lingering hook. What if this backseat masterplan hides an even grander rebellion, one that could reshape rugby forever? Stay locked, because the trenches are about to erupt. Aussie NRL updates. Smash subscribe now for the next explosive chapter.